let's prep page 6 and 7. So what I have done is I have already matted 4 6x4s and 2 6x8s, and the 6x8s I've actually left an inch on the one side, and I am going to tie this, do the same sort of thing with the yarn, just to add a little bit of detail and a little bit of interest. So let's stick that over here. Let's do 3 on this bigger one. I've got that too well down. And we're going to do the same on this one. So what I wanted these to do as well was to be like the special photos. So again, you're going to be choosing something and enlarging it. You've got loads of space for little ones, because our next page as well is also going to have heaps of space for some little photos. Just remember not to pull this too tight. You don't want it to bend. I kind of like the idea of having them crisscross over. So onto here, what I've thought of doing for page 6 and 7 is to add, we can either add 2 photos like that on either side, or what I thought of doing was taking some of this. So this is, let's just write it down so I know when I come to write up the notes. DWE 3327, and what I'm going to do with this piece is I'm going to cut 2 strips. So these pages are, am I correct in saying 10 and 1/8, 9 and 7/8? So I'm going to first of all cut this down. I don't want it to be the full 9 and 7/8. I'm going to cut this down to, I'm thinking 9.5 inches. Okay, so I've just cut it to 9.5 inches, and then I'm going to cut 2 strips of 3 inches. Okay, so that's 9.5. 3 inches by 9.5 inches, and I'm going to pop those down to the side, and then I'm going to pick up my big mats and I'm going to add those on top of them like so. And so your options, you've got options here. You can either have that, so you are building layers like so, or if you want space for some landscape, we can do a landscape back and front, and at the bottom we can add in some journaling and stuff. So I think we've already got a couple of landscapes, so I'm going to do some portrait on this one. So here goes. I'm going to turn this into, I'm going to leave space obviously for tucking, and then on the side here I'm going to turn this into a little tuck spot as well. Remember, your other one is going to come from the back, so it's like a little pocket. I'm going to do the same with this one. This one. We've just had another heavy rain the last few days, and so everything is humid and wet and damp. Today we've got a bit of sun, but it is so humid. And we're due to have more rain tomorrow. I don't know where this water is going to go. Like my sister was sitting doing this, she would measure every piece of tape so it was identical. You're not going to see the tape. Okay, I'm not sure if we need a little spot of black in here, but instead of matting the whole thing, I'm just going to cut a couple of strips. So I'm going to cut off, and I'm going to cut this one to 9 3/4, and then I'm going to cut it in half. So it's just 2 little 1-inch strips that I'm going to add like so. I just want to check it against. No, that's not working, so I'm going to leave those black strips, but what I am going to do is I just want something there. I just want it, so the back of that we don't want to use. Like probably a little bit of the orangey colour. That would work. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. So let's cut the advertising strip off. And we'll cut this straight to 2 inches. So this is, I'll give you the number now, DWE 30402, and we are cutting it to 1 inch by 9 3/4 inches. So let's cut the 9 3/4, and let's cut it to 9. Let's see if this does what I want it to do. I did keep those little black strips. And I'm glad I did, because what I'm going to do is add the little black strip first, then the little orange strip, and then this little strip, and then add the mats. So let's move this to the side. I can't remember whether this had a right and a wrong side. You know what, it doesn't really matter because we're going to be sticking it down. So I need to take both sides. I just put a new blade in my knife. Oh my word. Right, is there a right way? Is there a wrong way? Alright, it looks like it's that way. So let's pop this on my mat. So, coughing right in your ear. Okay, and then we're going to pop the little orange piece behind this one. Hope I haven't put that on, it's too far back. Oh gosh, that's Zeke boy, sorry about that. Zeke, is it a hard life, my boy? Zeke is a rescue, so a lot of my local girls know, all the my friends who've scrapped with me for a long time. He's one of my rescues. I got him during COVID. And he's a real mama's boy, so wherever I am, Zeke is generally somewhere close. We think he's a pit bull crossed with a Great Dane. He's got the most incredible nature. Okay, so we're ready to put those in. We're going to put, I think, that to the middle. I'm not sure if I want that to the middle or not. I'm thinking this is a bit wide. Now that I've got that other little bit, we're losing quite a bit of the paper. So I'm just going to, no, that's not going to work. Currently sitting on 7. I'm going to cut it down to 6 3/4. Okay. That's better. Whoops, it moved as I was sticking it. You see I'm sticking it up a bit. I want to add some words along the bottom. So many things we have to be mindful of, really. So that is done, and we have got these two. So you'll see I've done 3 sides on this one, but only 2 on this one, and that's because I'm a silly idiot, I think. No, I'm good. It can hang over the edge. I just wanted to hang over the edge a little bit, so thankfully let's just pop it down. Okay, so that piece is stuck. This is going to now create a pocket, a tuck spot. I'm going to line this up with the underneath one. It is moving. Possibly could have moved these in further. I'm not too sure. Oh well, I think I should have moved that in further. I'm going to do correctly on this side, because what I've done here is this should be sticking out around there, but I've put this piece of tape in the wrong place, so I'm going to see if I can just lift it, and I will come back and I will sort that one out. You don't need to see me pull it off. I could use glue undo, but I don't feel like it. Okay, so this one should actually only be stuck. It should have been further in, and this one should have been stuck. Because this is forming the inside of the pocket. That was not great, me just doing this to the paper. And then this one, which I've just taken all the paper off, the release tape off. Okay, so while Zeke was barking at everything, I undid it, and I'm now putting it back. Tuck it down, so I have done 2 the exact same. So we've got these are all our portrait photos, so probably I'll have to come in and stick those again. We've got landscape here, and we're going to have more landscapey ones on that side. Here we've got some, like we're going to choose our best portraits. I will have to come and stick it because I've used glue undo, so the glue has not stuck now. But the nice thing with this is that we've now got little tuck spots, we've got little pockets. Okay, so that in a nutshell is page, oh, what are we on, 6 and 7 I think. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, yes, 6 and 7.